To be late on Shakuras, as Ben just said, or MrBitter, as you guys like to call him. I like to call him Ben. Feels more personal. You know, I like to get personal with you. And guys, a little trivia as well. In the regular season,
man, if you guys had seen the way he's like his face when he said that, it was really creepy.
In the regular season, they played against each other as well. And one of the maps they played on was Shakuras, and HuK played a very similar style as he did on game 1. And that time he actually managed to pull it off. Whenever Ganzi moved out, HuK was able to kind of swarm around him, and that's what you really want to do when you play the opening that HuK does as well. You don't want to take a couple of mini fights with your zealots. You either want to completely overrun your opponent, or you do not want to fight at all. But all these minor engagements where you're forced to burn energy of your sentries and then lose it again and then drop a little bit again, it's just not going to help you in the long run. And I guess that was a big difference between Cloud Kingdom and Shaq back then.
And if HuK is playing the same PvT style now as he was back then, you have to really ask yourself, I mean, how much has the metagame shifted since HuK played Ganzi the first time? A ton, right?
Quite a bit. I
mean, Terrans, especially Korean Terrans, that was a time when everyone was saying, oh my gosh, it's impossible to beat Podoros in this matchup. But Korean Terrans have been learning and developing, and this mid-game aggression that comes is kind of geared around forcing Protoss to invest energy, invest units, and not really allowing them to comfortably get into that late game where they become so scary. So it feels a little bit like HuK hasn't taken that next step in developing his play.
I don't know, Ben.
But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, he's got.
Don't want to draw the conclusions too early on.
He's got 4 more games to bounce back, and I'm sure that we're going to see some greatness out of HuK.
Ooh, look at Ganzi over here, man. Ganzi going CC first. It is in his main base, though. But still, he's going to be able to float it over real soon. HuK will probably scout it straight away, because I think this probe will get vision. So, yes, he knows exactly what's going on. Going to see the command center. He's going to see the barracks. And now I really wonder, Ben, if HuK is going to do something different when he scouts CC first radio. Because he knows if he's going to transition into a normal... he cancels Cybercore? Yes, it must have been.
Yeah, and he's just smooth it on a Nexus.
Okay, so yes, he is going to do something different. He's going to drop the Nexus straight away. Now I do kind of wonder... Canceling the Cybercore for those 37 minerals? What do you think?
37? You lose 37.
Yeah, you lose 37, so you get 110. But how much time do you really buy yourself with that?
20 seconds.
Okay, well that might be worth it. Of course, I'm pretty sure that HuK did the math around this, and this can be the first time that he wants to go 1 gate fast expand and scouts that his opponent's going CC first. So this is apparently HuK's answer. It's also going to mean that his potential aggression is going to be a little bit later, because he delayed his own Cybercore by quite a bit.
Run probe. Marine pops out and chases that probe away.
A little probe will be fine.
No more probe harass for HuK. Managed to harass 1 SCV down to the red health, 1 down to the yellow health, and 1 down to the orange health. But not a single kill.
I remember watching a few games from Ganzi in the IPL 4 back then as well, and I even casted one series of him against Parting. And every now and then, when Ganzi really expects that his opponent wants to make a big 2-base play, Ganzi ain't afraid to go for a couple of siege tanks. Siege tanks, of course, excellent in defending crazy pushes of 2 bases. And I'm curious to see, Ben, if we're going to see that once in this series, because he's not necessarily a player who goes blind mass bio every single game.
Yeah, he's well, I think that's true of just Korean StarCraft players in general. Like, if we can be critical of foreigners, I think the easiest thing that you can say to their detriment is that they're one-dimensional. And if there's anything that we can say of Koreans, is that they're not. They often mix it up. Although Ganzi's still playing very, very biocentric here.
I love what we're seeing out of here, out of HuK over here, Ben. Twilight console already being wiped in, pretty much almost done. So what is it going to be? I think Blink Stalkers, because Blink Stalkers are really good on Shakura's plateau. And HuK has shown us in this season, even though it was unsuccessful back then against Strelok. Be careful with that Stalker, HuK. HuK is going to end up losing that Stalker as well. No, actually, HuK is going for the Dark Shrine, Ben. But he barely has any units out. I believe HuK is currently only on 1 gate. And a lot of Marines are making their way over to his natural. Oh god, this can go so wrong for HuK. HuK has 4 army supply, man. Of which 2 in production.
Oh man.
And these are, well, 6, 7, 8 Marines. Oh god. This is painful to watch.
Ganzi right now just going to work on this pylon until he gets within range of these probes. 1 probe down, and a couple more certain to fall, and well-positioned Marines are going to give chase to this Stalker, and man, HuK trying to take a gamble trying to open up with the DTs. We know he likes his DT
Beautiful
openings.
micro over here from Ganzi though. Despite all that, this was a dream scenario to walk in, but he's doing so much with these Marines. Will he actually be able to spot the Twilight Council in the Darkstone as well? If there's one way that HuK was ever going to come back, it's probably DTs right now, but Ganzi has to realize something is going on over here. Why does this guy have absolutely 0 units?
Yep, Marines are surrounded and dealt with, but not before killing 14 probes. 15?
Yeah.
15 probes.
And look at Ganzi. Ganzi didn't even scout it, I believe. Oh, there's actually pylons just going on in the main base. Sorry guys, I missed that. Will the DT warp in finish? Yes, it will. 1 DT is up and 2 DTs. So actually, HuK still has a small chance.
Oh, how about this for a turnaround? Turrets are going to complete, though.
No, don't let your DTs get trapped. There's a missile turret going up in the natural as well. That's why Ganzi was so quick. He's going to go for the tech lab, and yes, he is picking up stim. That's a great pickup.
Oh, great control here by HuK.
And
showing
the
us
DTs are still alive.
some truly top 3 control, keeping those DTs around. And, well, if there's a way back in this game for HuK, it's
this is
exactly what he's doing.
But it's still going to be tough because those missile turrets are there already, so he's not going to be able to kill as many. But look at the mining time that Ganzi is currently losing, Ben.
Oh,
That's
1 DT going to get surrounded by SCVs. No, he will manage to escape that.
HuK's doing this really well.
Some very, very needed detection. If he can kill the turret in the main base
just go to the main base, HuK. There's nothing there. There's 2 SCVs. Now all the SCVs coming back. Another scan, and this time one of the DTs will fall. But this DT will still be able to kill quite... Oh, it's not in range.
What's happening? Another
I'm not sure if you really want to surround Dark Templars with SCVs. Ganzi's losing a ton of SCVs here. He will eventually pick off that DT. But HuK killed 12.
And he's got 2 more DTs in the main base because there's another pylon hidden there, Kev. Scan goes down there and once more. DTs do fall.
Ganzi knows about that pylon.
HuK's just going to continue
maybe one more.
Dark Templar.
Yeah. After this, I would probably quit though, because there are like 3 missile turrets going up right now. This is smart, because Ganzi doesn't have detection over here. Once more, Ganzi's losing mining time, losing Marines. This is the way back into the game for HuK.
DT. HuK was in an awkward spot, but he has equalized the supply counts.
And the probe is still alive as well. That's crazy.
And HuK's just going to use his DT to snipe the turret.
And he's going to use those zealots, and he's going to try, I think, to pick off this missile turret. Meanwhile, HuK.
Ganzi's got to be so careful about how he splits these units up. This turret's going to take some heavy damage. I think it's probably going to fall, Kev. Yes, it does.
This so well.
And that second DT needs to be very, very careful, but now it's going to give him some free reign on that mineral line, and the DT is going to make its way back there.
I really love how HuK is doing this. One more scan with that DT will fall. This probe is finally going to fall, but not before 3 more zealots are being warped in, and another DT is slicing through the mineral line of Ganzi.
HuK is cruising at about 300 APM, Kev, playing so fast in the midst of all this. He has to multitask this absolutely perfectly, and he is multitasking absolutely perfectly, doing some great damage. Needs to stop this turret from building, and he won't.
Just
with some really cute micro, and
he's just going to kill.
Back off.
He wants to kill the turret, but he was a little bit too late. He's going to try to pick up the other turret. He will lose 1 DT, but he is going to pick off that turret once more. I mean, HuK is investing quite a bit in this as well, but he's dealing a lot of damage.
And he's producing probes this entire time. He's worked a small.
And Ganzi still. Ganzi never really mined any gas band, so he never started stim. He started combat shield, forcing another scan. Oh, HuK.
HuK is keeping every DT alive that he possibly can, and
HuK is up for 5 workers right now.
Oh, and Ganzi doesn't have the scan right now. He's going to lose a handful more bio units. DT falling there trying to get that turret down. But HuK is still just being persistent with this aggression. He's still behind in supply, but he does have 4 more workers than Ganzi.
Yeah. And now Ganzi is starting stim again. I hear a DT slicing.
Yeah, working on the factory.
It's going to take a little while.
Oh no, in range of the turret.
Wow.
It's picked off.
Sig range.
That's the end of the harass as the pylon has been dealt with, but did HuK buy himself enough time? Did he do enough damage?
He had quite a bit of minerals saved up as well, so I would say maybe yes.
Gateways, Kevin.
Yeah, he had 6 already, right?
Yeah.
Yes, he was on 6, and maybe he's going to get some more soon now. He's
going to
get
an Archon push with charge?
So it seems. More Marauders are on the way. He saw that Ganzi was getting quite a few Marauders. Ganzi's supply blocked right now, but depots are almost ready. Oh, what a crazy, like that one probe. I don't know how that probe made its way into the main base of Ganzi and how he dropped those pylons, but what a hero probe.
Yeah, good split-second decision-making by HuK. Keeps him in this game.
Yeah, it really kept. Without that probe, it would have been 100% over. There was just absolutely no way that HuK would have ever somehow been able to do the same amount of damage, force Ganzi to delay everything so much, delayed attack. Right now Stim, let's say halfway through, 5 more gates going up, so HuK is going for some 11 gate play. That's pretty nuts.
How do you afford that off of 2 bases? Can you afford that off of 2 bases?
Maybe not, but he's always able to drop another base.
Macro. HuK's going to be forced to defend with DTs here. Ganzi making another really scary push. A lot of bio, a lot of stim. And
not that many, but there is no stim yet.
Oh, there is no stim. It's a few seconds away. Force field not being used that effectively. And look at these Marines just slicing through everything. So in spite of the good damage that HuK dealt, I don't think it was enough.
He has so many gates, though. He's able to wipe in a few more units. A lot of these bio units from Ganzi are starting to run quite low on HP. HuK trying to micro the Stalker, won't be able to get away with it. It's going to wipe in another DT. That's the right choice. He should have had one more DT after the first scan expired, but of course you can't do everything. 60
supply against 90. Ganzi is definitely ahead, but HuK giving chase. He could kill a handful of units here.
HuK has so many gates. Would be nice. HuK literally has more gateways than units.
That's true. Actually. He has 8 units.
It's nice to have your own little house, though.
Gates.
All of these zealots can go back to their own little house.
This is like the housing crisis in the U.S., man. More houses than we have people.
That's actually not true. You just don't want to give people their house.
Why would you give something to somebody? Make them earn it.
That's true. The American way, Ben. Ben always believes that everything is possible. He never believes.
Look at his DT, hero DT, gets scanned, but doesn't matter. He's still able to just KO people. This is the Badahari of Dark Templar.
Man, imagine if Badahari was a Dark Templar. That would be bad.
He would one-shot command centers.
We have a medevac going on over here in the north side of this map. HuK doesn't have a lot of units, and he definitely doesn't have any units in position. Oh, HuK, he does have charge. He can't really afford to lose probes, man. His economy is already pretty weak. Beautiful job by Ganzi picking off probes one by one. Now picking off those buy units as well.
At the same time, making another small push here from the front. HuK has a DT there. And he's really forcing Ganzi to spend all of his energy on scans. But the thing is, Ganzi has that energy. He has those scans, and these DT have just stopped being effective.
He doesn't have any scans anymore.
That's whoa, some really nice force fields going down.
Beautiful. Well, he's going to try to pick off those units, but he won't succeed in doing so. Good job so far by HuK. Ganzi tried to drop again, but
the zealots are coming.
It's crazy. Ganzi has much more supply, but HuK, his army looks a lot bigger.
Oh. Yeah.
This drop is being taken care of right now as well. On the north side of the map, couple of charge loss, and the DT over there doing excellent work. HuK with his 1-1 upgrades against the 1-1 of Ganzi as well. HuK is still going to... No, you have to be careful.
You can't push into that.
Certainly not without a warp in pine. And he's going to try to drop force field.
Sentry's in a really bad position. Then the Sentry's going to go down very, very fast. No force field, no Guardian Shield. And Zealots against Stim Bio under Medivacs by themselves are kind of inconsequential. And
HuK just lost so many Zealots.
All of his Zealots, Kev. It takes him down to 9 Zealots against 21 Marines, 8 Marauders.
Ganzi being really annoying with that single medevac. Maybe distracted HuK there just a little bit. Ganzi does... well, Ganzi should know about the expand over there since he saw all those units being transferred. Once more, HuK always sending out a single DT. I love how HuK is doing that, man. Always forcing the scan before the fight.
But does all this even matter, though? Because HuK is so behind. He's down 20 workers. We're going to have another fight here as the Zealots come charging in.
No energy. Yeah, there is some energy. Beautiful force fields by HuK. If he's not going to pick up those units, he's going to lose all of them, I think.
More reinforcements arrive, though, Kev. And some units do get picked up. The rest...
God. But considering the supply of HuK is doing really good. But how long? How much longer?
Against 120, you're right. How long can he persist with this? Medevac's doing a great job of healing the bio.
Blink Stalker's coming in right now. That would maybe be a nice way to finally pick up some real units.
If he can kill the Medevacs, he can definitely take the legs out from under this push.
Only at a couple of Zealots.
At 120 supply against almost 60 of HuK. HuK is just forced back once again. And he can only reinforce in his natural. Ganzi's doing such a great job with this. He's just not giving HuK any room.
Oh, the Zealots just completely running around. There's one Dark Templar in the mix now as well. Reinforcements arriving once more for Ganzi. Another scan going down. HuK's going to lose both of those Dark Templars, and this actually might be curtains for HuK.
If it's not curtains, he's at least going to be losing a lot in this natural. I don't know if there's energy for scan. There is a DT there hacking away at the bio, but a lot of probes will continue to fall. Scan does go down. HuK at just 40 probes, man. He just has so little income. He's got 3 bases, but he can't saturate. He can only saturate one of them.
HuK losing those Zealots as well. Not a scan, just in case. There wasn't even a Dark Templar. Ganzi's going to make his way over up here onto the main base of HuK, where there is a lot of gateways, but more gateways than units. Unfortunately, once more. So many scans by Ganzi.
Yeah, he's just making sure that the DTs aren't aren't a problem. Even going to pick one off before it can even warp in, and HuK is just, he's in trouble, Kev. He's at 50 supply against 150. Ganzi tripling HuK's supply right now, taking his own third base, continuing to persist with the aggressions, just infinite scan from Ganzi, and HuK is going to lose his main. And I think that also means he's going to lose the game.
I think the fighting spirit of how long HuK stays in this game says a whole lot, Ben. He desperately wants to play in Toronto, but this is not going to be the game either. It goes to Ganzi, who takes a 2-0 lead over our Canadian hero.
Koreans continuing to do very, very well against foreigners at the NASL. They were like 4-1 against foreigners throughout the course of the season. And it looks like that's kind of continuing.
Well, Ben, if we learned one thing today already between Hero and Ryung, right?
Ryung.
Sorry, Illusion, don't be mad. That is that it's not over till the fat lady thinks so. So, man, maybe HuK will be able to complete another really upset. Maybe HuK will be able to come back.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I was just going to say it's going to be really sweet if we close out this broadcast with like a big fat lady. Thanks for watching the NASL.
Maybe if we give you some long hair, you can be the fat lady.
Put a wig on Andre.
Oh! So rude. All right, guys, we'll be right back with game number 3 between HuK and Ganzi. Let's just wait and see what happens.
I'm sorry, Andre. I didn't mean it.